Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new podcast series. In this series, we will be highlighting some of our main and involved community members. These are people that have been in the community for a long time, sometimes that have a lot of personal experience and talent, and that have been doing significant amount of research or work with HPCC. So for this particular session, I have the pleasure to open it with Itauma Itauma. He is not just a Ph.D. candidate for Keiser University, but is also a computer science instructor at Wayne State University. And he has been involved with the community for a very long time. He has been an HPCC Systems advocate. He has driven a number of initiatives, and including a number of areas of research in academia, and we will be talking about that today. And he has been always an advocate of the HPCC Systems platform and helped drive some of the most important roadmap projects for it as well. So without more preamble, I have the pleasure to introduce Itauma Itauma. Hello, Itauma.
Hello, Flavio.
So, Itauma, can you explain a little bit for the audience why you have decided to pursue educational research?
Thank you, Flavio, for this question. In my academic journey and career, I have been an electrical engineer, computer engineer, roboticist, and a computer scientist. However, my passion has always been to explore ways in which students can be academically successful. As an adjunct professor teaching computer science courses, I saw that having an advanced degree does not necessarily translate to effective teaching. There was a gap, and I saw the key in education and education analytics. Students have unique combinations of background, interests, and strengths which can be used to create optimized learning environments. So to be an effective instructor, I saw the need to equip myself with the tools used by educators to create an effective learning environment. With education analytics, a detailed approach is taken to develop personalized data-driven educational programs to achieve long-term success. As Nelson Mandela said, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Basically, this is what has driven my interest in educational research.
That is very interesting. And can you tell me if there was one thing that you would like to tell the world that is related to your research, what would that thing be?
My current research project is examining how to increase enrollment in STEM programs among minority groups. A balanced workforce leads to a more innovative society. I also intend to use educational analytics to drive personalized learning. The word education has its root in form educare, which means to bring out that which lies within. With analytics, the focus is on the long-term benefits of education and not just academic success. So one thing I hope to achieve is to harness the hidden talents in the world.
That is very important. I agree that that is an area that truly needs additional research and growth and development. So do you think that your research is only applicable to the fields of computer science and software engineering, or is this more generally applicable to almost every academic community?
Thank you again for this question. I think my research cuts across various fields, because the methodologies used in educational research is transferable to computer science, to computer engineering, to electrical engineering, or any field that requires the use of those methodologies for analysis. And My research basically focuses on the use of machine learning algorithms or statistical modeling, and and there is and these are transferable to various fields.
You are absolutely right. Nowadays, computer-based analysis and analytics and data analytics and machine learning are almost prevalent in every field out there. So yes, that's absolutely true. Just going now into HPC systems, how would you say that the HPC systems platform help you in your educational research?
HPCC Systems is a big data processing tool. By big data, I mean high volume, high velocity, or high variety information that require advanced analytics tools. Educational data sets are now increasing in volume, velocity, and variety. Large volumes of heterogeneous learning data are being generated all around the world at a very rapid pace. In analytics, things are discovered from generated data, and advanced big data analytics methods provide endless possibilities for personalized learning. HPCC systems provide advanced and robust modeling and analytics regardless of data volume and hard disk space. Some traditional statistical packages have limitations when it comes to big data and advanced modeling. Being able to use HPCC systems for simple statistical solutions is an advantage because as data size or complexity increases, HPCC systems still delivers.
That is a very good answer. I like it, and maybe because I'm biased towards the HPC Systems platform. But if you were to just highlight one aspect of HPC Systems that you really, really like, in your experience over the last several years that you've been working with it, which aspect would be the one that you would highlight, either on the platform or the community or both?
Great. I like that the platform is open source. That's the first thing. And it's scalable and centered on the ECL programming language. ECL stands for Enterprise Control Language, and it's a declarative, data-centric, and highly efficient, enabling me to focus more on what I want to do and not how I want to do it. I find ECL very intuitive and robust in implementing machine learning algorithms. I also find the HPCC Systems community very helpful and resourceful. I remember when I started learning ECL and was able to receive help instantly when I asked a question to the community. Thank you.
And you're absolutely right. The community is quite open-minded and ready to help, and I've seen that people jump in at other needs. But if you, and I know that you have some experience with other platforms as well, if you were to compare HPC Systems with other open source platforms, how does this comparison look like in your mind? What are the strengths or weaknesses of HPC Systems versus other platforms you might have used?
That's a great question, and there are other open source platforms for big data processing, but I have found HPC Systems more intuitive, flexible, and efficient. With big data platforms using a MapReduce architecture, I have to think about how data is being stored and transferred when implementing some machine learning algorithms. However, HPCC Systems handles that, and I am able to focus more on implementations of algorithms. Thank you.
You're absolutely right, and that you would say that is probably the caused by the fact that HPC Systems uses ECL, right, a high-level language, rather than needing to go all the way down to the inner details of map and reduce, right?
Exactly. And with HPC Systems, I only need to learn just one language, basically, that is ECL, compared to other big data processing platforms where I need to learn so many other languages just to solve one problem.
Very good. And just to close this, how do you see HPC Systems aligning with your future research? Do you believe that the platform will be able to continue to help you throughout your lines of research in the future? Do you see the roadmap for HPCC also aligning with your expectations on what you plan on doing?
Oh, definitely. We are in the age of big data, and what else do we need than a big data processing tool, which is HPCC Systems? And since I am gearing more in the field of education, I see the need to also teach my students on the use of the tools that can be solve today's real world problems. And as an instructor in the field of education or computer science, or any field that I choose to venture in, the need to utilize today's big data problem is very essential. And that is why in all my courses, I do introduce the HPC systems to all my students, because I find it very intuitive and easy to use in solving various problems. There are, of course, various that could be used, but looking at the advantages and disadvantages, I have from my own experience found the HPC systems as a very useful tool. And I also hope in the future to have several publications with students utilizing this platform, educational research or any form of research. It could be in computer science or data analytics, etc. How I hope to utilize the tools moving forward.
Itauma, as usual, this has been a pleasure. It has been great to talk to you today, and thank you very much to the audience for listening to our podcast. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Flavio. It's been a pleasure.